Hi, if this is your first time watching me, my name is Alejandro Torres. I'm 31 years old. I live in LA and I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2018. And today I want to talk about the day I found out I had multiple sclerosis and the days prior leading up to that day. So it was June 2018. I was in the best shape of my life. I worked about 5 days a week and I was just pretty active. And me being an active person, I love to hike. I went to this trail here in LA called the Wisdom Tree, and it was about 81, 82 degrees. So it was kind of hot, kind of warm, I guess. And I think that's what triggered my first symptom. I'm currently heat sensitive, so if I get too hot or my body gets too hot, I could have another flare up for MS, which already happened back in 2021 in August during the summer when I went to Sequoia Park and it was like 100 and almost 110 degrees. So that day, you're hiking in 81, 82-degree weather. You're walking for a couple of miles, so my body's like super hot, I'm sweating and all that. I wake up the next morning and I'm seeing colors brighter on my left eye. So everything, any color that I would see from my right eye was dimmer and it was brighter on my left eye. So pretend you're seeing this bright red, right? It was super, super bright on my left and it wasn't that bright on my right eye. I wake up Monday morning and my vision from my right eye is completely blurred. I'll put a picture here so you guys could see what it looked like. My vision was completely blurred from my right and my left eye was completely normal. I didn't go to the hospital on Sunday because I thought, I was tired. It's probably because of the heat, blah, blah, blah. But Monday morning when that happened, I was like, all right, we really got to do something about this. So I go to the emergency room. From the emergency room, they refer me to an optometrist. The optometrist sees me. He refers me to an ophthalmologist. The ophthalmologist does a couple of tests and they conclude that I have optic neuritis, which is the inflammation of your optic nerve on my right eye, which was causing the blurred vision. I was also having headaches on the side of my head, which was weird because it was on my left side and not my right, because the inflammation was here. So I don't know why that happened, but it did. And the ophthalmologist tells me there's a chance that it could be a tumor on the brain. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, at this point, I was really scared. I cried. I'm not even gonna lie, I cried. And I was like, damn, dude, like, is this it? Like, like every worst case scenario that you could possibly think of came all at once. And I was just so scared. Obviously, because I mean, who wouldn't? And it was a terrible day, obviously, with the things happening. So the next step was to get an MRI for the brain to see if it was a tumor or what. And I guess because the type of insurance I have, it was so difficult to find a place to give me an MRI as soon as possible. Um, I was trying a couple of places and they couldn't. So I eventually go to an emergency room, get an MRI at a hospital, and I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping, you know what, everything's gonna be fine. It's not a tumor, it's something else. Turns out it was something else. But the nurse comes out to reassure me like, oh, we're just getting your information on the disc so you could take it with you and you'll be dismissed pretty quick. In my head, I'm like, yes, thank God, it's nothing bad, like this is good, 30 minutes go by and I know at the hospitals you usually wait for a while, but I'm like, you know what? She said it was going to be a short time, so let me go speak to her. So I go to the nurse and I tell her, hey, this other lady came to me saying that I was almost close to being discharged. I'm just waiting on my MRI results. I kid you not, the nurse just looks at me like, oh, honey, you're not going home. You're getting admitted. Bro, when she said that, I kid you not, I felt like something just dropped to my stomach. I literally felt like I was going to pass out. Because why else would I get admitted? Tumor on the brain. Bro, I was so freaking scared. I literally held it together because I did not want to cry on the spot. But I kid you not, I really wanted to just like bawl my eyes out because I was so freaking scared. A little detail I left out before getting to the hospital, I was going around trying to find another place to get an MRI. So how I said earlier in the story, I couldn't find a place to get me an MRI as soon as possible because of my insurance, I guess, whatever. So when this happened, it was already like 1 p.m. I was basically on my phone all day. My phone was about to die. I called my mom, and I swear to you, I put it down on anything I loved. I was like at 2% and I called my mom. Mom, come to the hospital. I'm here, blah, blah, blah. I'm getting admitted. As soon as I said that, boom, my phone dies. Bro, I kid you not. This sounds like I'm making it up, but it literally just happened exactly like that. And I put it down on anything I love. Mom, come here. I'm getting admitted. I'm at this hospital. Boom, the call drops. My phone dies. I get admitted, right? They gave me my own room. At this point, I'm freaking shaking. And you could know I'm shaking because the beds of the hospital were kind of old. So they were like those, metally old beds that the hospitals have. And you could hear like me just shaking, dude. I was so freaking scared. I'm like, bro, it's a tumor. I can't believe I have a tumor. Like, what the heck? Like, bro. Couple of minutes go by. My mom comes rushing in the room. As soon as I see her, I just start crying, bro. I'm like, Mom, come here. She just gives me a big ol' hug. And she's like, what's going on? What's happening? Blah, blah, blah. And I tell her like, oh, they haven't said anything yet. They just told me I'm getting admitted. But I was scared, Then a doctor comes into the room and this is what he does. He doesn't even tell me anything, bro. This is literally what he says, right? I'm in my bed shaking, crying. This guy comes. It's gonna be okay. Bro, what? What? I'm over here freaking scared for my life, and you just come here like, it's gonna be okay. Like, what, bro? He goes. So it's not a tumor that we found in your brain, but we did find 2 lesions on your brain, and I'll put the picture up here. He goes, uh, it seems, I have evaluated the MRI, and it seems as if you have multiple sclerosis. So it's a good thing, that it's not a brain tumor. Like, yeah, it's not a tumor, but it's also not a good thing. So I have something, And he's like, you'll be able to live a normal life. You'll still be able to do all your activities. You just gotta, be on medicine for the rest of your life. Yay. Yeah. And so, yeah, so I get my steroids. I get my vision back after a month. And here we are today. How many years has it been since 2018? What, 5, I think? I'm not good at counting. But 2023, luckily, we're alive. I'm healthy. I always have like some type of flare up every year, but nothing too serious. I haven't had any new lesions as of now. Thank God. Let's keep it that way. Um, I'm on Ocrevus. I started with Tecfidera, the pill, but it was so bad for my stomach. I would literally get like acid reflux. My stomach would hurt, and they tell you, oh, just take a baby aspirin. Like, oh, just take it with fatty food. I would literally eat the foods that they asked me to while taking the Tecfidera, and my stomach would just burn and hurt, and it was just a bad time. And because of the Tecfidera, I ended up having like 2, 3 flare-ups between the times of when I got diagnosed to when they switched my medicine. And I've been on Ocrevus now for a couple of years. And again, no new lesions. Everything's good so far. I could still walk. I'm still active. I could go on hikes. I go to the gym quite often. I take my daily vitamins. And yeah, here we are. And I wanted to make this video to share my story for other people that were diagnosed or are diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Because at the time when I was diagnosed in 2018, I would have loved to go online and find like a content creator or just anyone to share their story to let you guys know that it will be okay. It is scary at first because this is something new that you're dealing with. You might think your future is done, that, this is going to mess your life up, but there's a lot of medicines now, a lot of treatments, and I promise you that you will be okay. It is a scary time to know that you have a disease that you're going to live for with the rest of your life. But again, there are treatments, just stay positive. Just surround yourself with the people you love, do the things you love. One thing that has been medically proven is to take your vitamin D3, take the 5,000 units or take the 10,000 units. Take that every day. That's really going to help you. But again, everything's going to be fine. This is my story of how I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. If you guys have any questions, write them down in the comments. Because again, when I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, I would have loved to have someone kind of talk me through the whole process. Would have loved to have someone to tell me that's okay and just know more information about it. So I've been in your shoes where, you were diagnosed, you were scared and all that. So again, any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to answer. I might not be right away to answer them, but I will. Thank you guys for watching, and subscribe, leave a comment, like the video, please. Thank you guys for watching, and stay safe. Take your vitamin D3, drink your water. Peace.